Hey guys, good morning. Guys, can you see my screen?
Good morning, Arun. Yes, sir. The screen
Okay,
is visible.
fine, great. So let's get started. So yesterday I covered some commands. I think till here I covered till clear command. And fine, let's continue that today. So let the Eclipse ID launch meanwhile. Fine. Okay, fine. So click and it is clear command. And yeah, so the next command we have is the get text command. Okay. So what is the purpose of this command and how to use this command I'm going to cover now. This command is used to retrieve the text of the element. Okay. So the text between the starting and ending tags of the HTML elements that I'm going to show you practically. So I'll take you to the application. What I mean to say, I'll just explain. Okay. Can you see this particular text guys on the screen? Practice automation here, right? Just type yes if you're able to see this. Practice automation here text. Right. I'm going to inspect this particular text. Right click inspect. When I inspect this particular text, this HTML code of this particular element, this is a web element, right? Text is also a web element. So this HTML code for this particular text is getting highlighted. And this is a starting tag, right? P tag, this is a starting tag, and this is the ending tag. And in between the tags, there is some text, right? If you want to retrieve such kind of text between the starting and ending tags of any element, then we have to use this get text command. Okay. That's where we use get text command to retrieve the text that is there between the starting and ending tags, HTML tags of an element. Any element you take, it may be a button, it may be anything. And if there, for that particular element, if I inspect and if the HTML code comes, and if I can see some text between the starting and ending tags, and if I want to get this particular text that is there between the starting and ending tags of any element on the web page, I have to use which command, guys? Type the command name in the chat box. What is the command I have to use for retrieving that particular text between the starting and ending tags of any element? Yes, get text command. Okay, remember this command. Get text is the command that we have to use. So I'll just go here and I'll just create one more package here. Just say Selenium commands 2. Okay, I'll just say 2. Fine. I'm going to create a new class. I'll demonstrate that command, guys. That is get text command. Get text. With main method, I'll create as usual. And here, I'm going to create an object for the Chrome driver class. Chrome driver is equal to new Chrome driver. Okay, Chrome driver is equal to new Chrome driver. Like this, will create an object. This will open the Chrome browser as usual. I'll import this Chrome driver class. Driver dot manage dot window dot maximize, then driver dot get. And here I'll give double quotes. And here I'll give the URL of the application. Done. So driver.manage.window.maximize driver.get. After opening this application URL, what I want to do, I want to retrieve this particular text from the page. On this web page, we have this particular text. that is practice automation here text I want to retrieve. In order to retrieve that, I've inspected that element to see where this particular text is available in the HTML code. And I got to know that the text is between the starting and ending tags of this particular element, okay, HTML tags of the element. So in order to retrieve the text that is there between the starting and ending tags, I have to use get text command. So before using that get text command, I have to find the element, right, for which I want to retrieve the text between the starting and ending text. For that, I'll use driver.find element by dot. So what is the locator? We have ID is the locator. ID attribute is there. I'll use ID locator by dot ID. Okay, so this is a PH. Okay, PH element or okay, PAH element. I'll say. Just give some random name. That's okay. Over the mouse on this and say create local variable. Web element will be created and dot. What is the command? Get text. Dot get text command. If you hover the mouse on this get text command, what it is returning? It is returning the string. It is returning the string. That is the text between the tags it is returning. String element text. Element text is equal to like that, I'll write. And system.out.println. I'll print this out. Okay. System.out.println. I'll print the text, which is there in the string format. Yeah. After that, I'll close the browser, driver.close or driver.quit, whatever you want to use, you can use. For now, I'll use driver.close, which will close the browser window. Okay. So run the code. So script will run very fast. You may not be able to even see, that it may be sometimes very fast case. Okay. So, but we need to ultimately get the text between the tags of that particular element. That is practice automation here. Text should come. So let the script run. It started running. Has opened the browser, maximize the browser window. It has retrieved the text and printed in the output console because I have used system.out.println. Practice automation here. Okay. Practice automation here. Fine. Fine. Yeah. The text has been printed. Okay. What you see now, so for example, is there any other command? Yeah. Let's go with the other one. Okay. So everyone clear with the get text command? How to retrieve the text between the tags of an element is clear for you? Type C in the chat box if it is clear. So I'll go to the next command now. Right. Then get title command. Okay. It's a very simple command, guys. Get title is a very simple command. If you want to get the title of the page. So where do you find the title of any page? For example, this web page, if you take this particular web page you take, where do you can find the title of the page? Here, right? Every page you see the title here. omayoqfox.com is the title. If I go to another application, let's say tutorialsninja.com/demo application. So can you tell me what is the title of this page? By looking at something, can you tell me what is the title of this new page? Tutorials Ninja page, what is the title? Please type in the chat box the title of the page. Nagveni, you are wrong. PN, you are right. Your store is the title. Here, whatever the title you see on the tab, that is the title. This is not the title, guys. Okay. This is the title of the page. Your store is the title. Here, this one is the title. You may get confused here, right? So this is the tab. On the tab, it will be there. Okay. If I go to another websites, of all these are mine. Okay. So whatever I created earlier. If I go to the selenium143.blogspot.com, here, what is the title? Selenium 143 is the title. If I go to another page, Selenium by Arun.blogspot.com. Selenium hyphen by hyphen. So what is the title? Selenium hyphen by hyphen Arun is the title. Like that, if you want to get the title of any page, then we have to use which command in Selenium? Get title command. Okay. So to get the title, do we have to find any web element on the web page to get the title of this page? Do you think we have to find the web element? Is there any web element for the title generally? No, right? This is a browser related thing. Okay, on the browser tab, we have the title. So for example, this is a web element. This multi-selection box is a web element. Drop-down field is a web element. Okay. This label is a web element. This text area field is a web element. Text box field is a web element. Search button is a web element. But is this browser tab a web element? No, it's a browser related property. So we have to find any element for that. Driver.find element is required in this case to get the title of the page. Do you have to use find element command? No, not required at all. Okay. But how to get the title? I'll show you now. Okay. I'll create a new class every time I'm creating a new class, okay, so that this code will be available for you. Get title. I'll write the code. Driver is equal to new Chrome driver. Shift O I pressed so that it will automatically import. Get command I'll take. Copy this URL, paste it here. Fine. So then the next thing is, we have to get the title of the page. For that, do I have to use driver.find elements? No, right? So I'll say driver dot directly get title command I'll use. There is no need of find elements command, directly get title command I'll use. Okay. Driver direct command. Instead of driver dot find element, I'll use driver dot get title. Okay. Because there is no need of finding an element in this case. Because the title is there on the browser tab. The browser tab it is not a web element. Okay. It's a browser tab. For the browser level commands can be accessed directly using the driver. This is the first command, guys, without find element. What is the first command we have used without find element? Here, manage.window.maximize. Did I use driver.find element here? This is a browser level command. What about get command? This second command we have used, you know, to open the application URL in the browser. This is a browser level command. It doesn't need find element. Okay. And coming to the get title, this also doesn't need find element because it's a browser level command where you need to get the title from the browser tab. Okay. Hold the mouse on the get title and observe that it's returning you string page title. Okay. System.out.println. Print the title of the page. Print the title of the page. And close the browser driver.close. And run the code and it will get the title of this page. omaya.blogspot.com. What is the title? We'll see. Omaya QF in the circular brackets qfox.com. That is the title. That title will be printed in the output console. The script is running. So in the output, don't worry about all this stuff. That are some temporary glitches. That's okay. Omaya qfox.com. We got already the output. Okay. Circular brackets. We have qfox.com. This is the title of the page got printed in the output successfully, guys. Is it clear, guys? Is it clear? Get title command is clear for everyone. Just type C in the chat box if it is clear. How to use get title command to get the title of the page. Great. I'll come to that later, Nagvini. That command will be covered later for you. Okay. There is a quick command here. I'll cover that. Okay. The next command is get current URL. This is also a browser level command. So if you want to get the URL of the current page, whatever the page you are in. For example, if I am on this page, what is the current URL of this page? omaya.blogspot.com. If I click on this link, what is the current URL of the page? After clicking that link, this is the URL of the current page. If you want to get the URL of the page where you are there, you have to use a command known as this command, that is get current URL command. It's a very simple command. It's a browser level command again. We don't have to find any element. So get current URL is the command. This is a very simple command. Let me demonstrate. Get current URL. Okay. So Chrome driver is equal to new Chrome driver. driver.manage.window.maximize, driver.get. Okay, that's fine. Then after that, just get the current URL of this page, that is omea.blogspot.com will be retrieved. Driver.get current URL is the command. Okay, get current URL is the command, and it will return you the URL in the string format. Okay, string current URL, or else URL1, else URL1 is equal to. Okay, I'll print this out, and whatever the page you are in, okay, that page URL will be retrieved. Now what I will do, an extra thing is like after retrieving this particular URL and printing in the output console, I want to click on this link, compendium dev link. I'll inspect this link. So the HTML code of the link, there is a link text. There is a text between the anchor tags. I'll copy this text to create the link text locator. Driver dot find element by dot link text by dot link text. Provide the link text link element. I'll just say web element. Control Shift O. Dot click. It will click on the link. Once I click on this link, you already know how to click on the link. I already demonstrated. You will be taken to this page where 404 not found message is coming, but I want to get the URL of this. Okay. So again, I'll say driver dot get current URL. Okay, like this I'll say. Again, it will return you the URL in string format. String. I'll give a different name, URL2 I'll say this time, and print it out. System.out.println URL2. And after that, I'll close the browser. Driver.close. Okay. Run the code. There are two current URLs should be printed when the Selenium is on this omea.blogspot.com page. The omea.blogspot.com URL should be retrieved, and after we click on a link and move to another web page, the URL of that page should be retrieved and printed. Okay, first omea.blogspot.com URL will be printed, then another page URL. Just see on the thing. Okay, ignore this part. So just see whatever that is there. omea.blogspot.com is the current URL when the Selenium was at this line, and testpages.herokuapp.com basic web pages when the Selenium is there on another page. Okay. Everyone clear with the get current URL? Just type C in the chat box if you guys are clear with get current URL. Very simple command. All these are browser level commands. No need to use driver.find element in these cases. So close command. Already I'm demonstrating the close command. Now I'm going to cover close and quit. Both commands I'm going to cover one by one, but I'm going to explain more about close command now. Okay. So what is this close command? For example, guys, I'll take one situation where I'll take you to this omea.blogspot.com. Okay. If you want to understand the difference between close and quit command, okay, you will understand close command when I compare close and quit commands. Okay. So first I'm explaining close by comparing it with quit. So close command, okay, close command, what happens is, for example, this is the browser window of omea.blogspot.com. At this moment, how many windows are there here on this application? From this application, how many windows are open? Only one window, right? Only one window is open at this point. Now I scroll down here and I see a link known as open a pop-up window. I'll click on this. What will happen? Another window came. At this point of time, how many windows are there? Yes, two windows are there. Now I'm going to click on this link. Now, at this point of time, how many windows are there? There is one window, there is another window, there is a tab window. Total 3 windows are there. When there are 3 windows here, when there are 3 windows in the application being opened up, if I use driver.close, the original default window where the Selenium focus is there will be closed. Whatever the other windows, other 2 windows, they will be still there like this only. With driver.close, only the currently focused window, Selenium will be by default will be there. No matter how many windows are there, Selenium focus will by default be there on the original window. that you open. That is omaya.blogspot.com window. Okay. This window, child windows like this pop-up window and this tab window will not be closed. Driver.close will close the original window, but not all the windows. But if you use driver.quit, if you use, it will close all the browser windows, no matter whether it is original window or a child window or what, doesn't matter. All the windows will get closed in case of quit, but close will only close the current focused window. Quit will close all the browser windows, irrespective of whether it is focused or not. Theoretically, it is clear, guys. Is it clear theoretically? What is close and quit? The difference between close and quit theoretically clear. I'm going to show you practically anyhow. I'll show you both close and quit now. Okay. I'll demonstrate one by one. First close command I'll show you. New that you're already seeing, but in this example I'll show you close demo. Okay. Close demo I'll say. Yes, close command only current tab, currently focused tab, the original tab you can see. Original tab that is open. Remaining new child tabs all will not be closed. Is it clear now, Dip? Selenium focus by default will be there on the original tab only. The starting tab, whatever your application you are open in the beginning, right? That tab. Okay. Chrome driver is equal to new Chrome driver. No matter how many child windows open, Selenium focus will be there on the original window only. The starting window only. Okay. Control Shift O. Then driver dot manage dot window dot maximize, then driver dot get. I want to open this application URL. That is omaya.blogspot.com. Copy this URL, paste it here. So this is the original window. Okay. Whatever the driver.get command is opening, that is the original window. Okay. After opening the original window, what happens? Selenium focus will be there on this original window, no matter what child windows are there or not. This original window, Selenium focus will be there. Selenium will not switch its focus to the child windows. Okay. Selenium focus by default will be there on this window. When you say driver.close, this window only will be closed. Whatever the window that you are seeing will be closed, whether child windows are there or not there. If you say driver.close, this window only will get closed. Okay, this window only will get closed. Fine. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this link, that is Selenium 143 link here. Inspect that. This will open a new tab, first of all. When you click on that link, it has an ID. I'll locate that link. That is this Selenium 143 link. I'll locate. So driver dot find element by dot link text, ID, right? By dot ID, it has an ID. Double quotes, I'll give the ID, semicolon. Link element, link one element, okay, something. I'm just giving some random name, web element. Or directly you can say driver dot find element dot click also is fine, okay? If you want to save the lines. Dot click. This will click on this link and new tab will open, but Selenium focus will be still there on this link only. Okay. On omaya.blogspot.com only. It will not be there in this tab. The Selenium focus will still be there in the original one. Okay. And now, if I try to click on this link this time, pop-up window will open. Selenium's focus will be there on this. So all the operations will happen on this page. Okay. So it's a link text. Copy this link text. Locate that link. And I have to click dot find element by dot link text. Provide the link text of that link. Put a semicolon. And link to element, I'll say link to element, and I'll create a web element here. Control Shift O, copy this and click. I'm going to click on that another link now. So what will happen when I click on this link? Pop-up window will open. At this moment, 3 windows are there. Now, if I try to use, when there are 3 windows, if I try to use driver.close, it will close which window? It will close which window? Omaya window or Selenium 143 window or this new window? Yes, Rajkumar, you are right. It will close Omaya window. Okay. It will close Omaya window. Okay. This original default window will be closed like this. Okay. Remaining windows won't be closed. So let's run the script and find it out. Just observe, guys, it will be very fast. You see, only 2 windows left out. By the end of the script, only 2 windows left out. The original default window has been closed. Umaya window has been closed. This is driver.close. So I'll now also demonstrate driver.quit now, which is also same. But only difference is it will close all the browser windows, irrespective of whether it is a currently focused window or non-focused window by Selenium. Okay, quit demo. So, hit command. Just writing it again for you. Initially, I'll do a lot of hard work for you guys. Okay, later I'll not do that. Okay, because you are in the beginning stage, so I repeatedly do some stuff. Just ignore that. Okay, if you are already clear, just ignore that. Okay, inspect this ring. It has an ID. Copy this ID. This time we'll write in a different format. Driver.find element by dot ID. Provide the ID locator. And directly I'll say dot click. Instead of creating web element, directly I'll say dot click. This also will open the new tab, right? This new tab window will be open, and the current focus will be there on the main window, original default main window. And I have to click on this link, inspect this, the link text, copy this link text and write down driver.find element by dot link text, by dot link text, provide the link text locator and say dot click. Directly you can say dot click. Okay. Once you say dot click, you'll open the new pop-up window. 3 windows are there now. So if I say driver.quit here, it will close all the browser windows. All the 3 windows in this example will be closed. Okay, irrespective of whether they are in focused mode or not, doesn't matter. All the browser windows will get closed. The script will happen a bit fast. Just see, observe guys carefully. Observe carefully the quit command. You see, it has closed all the browser windows, right? Irrespective of whether they are in focus mode or non-focus mode. So quit. Everyone clear with the close and quit commands? Just type in the chat box if you guys are clear with the close and quit command.
Yeah, hi Arun.
Yeah, hi.
So the why this third link is opening in different window? Why not in that same browser, in same window?
It is designed like that, okay? So developers can
Okay,
design something like this, okay? So here,
okay,
when I inspect this, you can see the HTML code of this link and you will see a difference, okay? There is something known as attribute like target is equal to underscore blank, because of which it is opening in new tab, okay? The way the
okay.
HTML code is written for that link. And coming to this link, let's see what is there. You see some JavaScript code, a new open pop-up is there, okay? That's why it's opening in a new window, okay? Clear?
Yeah, okay.
How the
Yeah,
developer
clear.
written the code. Just whenever you get it out, such kind of, you can inspect that and find it out, okay? You'll get to know like how the developers have developed that, okay? So even I am not that much expert in how they develop, but I just Google it out and do all the stuff. All these elements I created just by Googling it out, okay? Even I am not an expert in HTML, okay? Fine. Anyhow,
Yeah.
let's move on.
I don't know, one doubt.
Yeah, please.
This HTML ID class name, is it automatically created or we need to create?
No. It HTML is automatically created. We don't have to create. Okay, if you go to any application like Amazon, Flipkart, right? If you inspect any element, by default it will be there.
Yeah.
Developers, while developing the application only, they will provide. Okay, if they have to provide. Okay, we are not doing that.
Thank you.
Okay, we are just using that. Okay. Yes, Pushkar, you are right. Developers create it while developing. Okay, that's correct. Then next one is get attribute command. So you remember get text command, right? It will retrieve the text that is there between the starting and ending HTML tags of an element. But there may be some situations where you want to get some text on the page, but ultimately you are unable to retrieve the text because that particular text is not there between the starting and ending tags of the HTML element. Rather, it is there part of a value of an attribute. In that case, you have to go with, instead of get text command, you have to go with get attribute command. I'll show you one example. For example, if you take this example, practice automation here, inspect this. Yeah, if you inspect this practice automation here, you see there is a starting tag, there is an ending tag, there is some text between the tags. There's some text between the tags. If you want to retrieve this, which command you are using so far? Guys, which command you are using so far? GetText command, right? It will retrieve the getText command. With the help of getText command, we can retrieve the text between the starting and ending HTML tags of this, but any element, not only this element. But for example, I want to get the text that is there on this particular button. Let's say I want to get the text that is there on this particular button, that is search text. I want to retrieve. I inspected this button, but ultimately, do you see any text between the starting and ending tags? It doesn't even have the ending tag. It is a self-closing tag, okay? Do I see that search label text of that particular button is there between the starting and ending tags of this element? No. But if you clearly observe, it is the search label text is a value of some attribute in this HTML code. What attribute? Can you say which attribute in this HTML code as this label text search? Clearly observe, small difference will be there. I'm not asking the HTML tag. I'm asking the attribute name for which this search label is a part of.
Title.
Which one? Title. Do you think there is a difference between title and this search button text? Small difference is there. You can find it out. It's not exactly title. What is that? If it's not title, what is that? Title is wrong.
Class.
Class, how can you see class text is GSC search button, but here we have search, which is not matching, right? The value of this class attribute is not matching with the label of this button. Which attribute name of this HTML code is matching, is holding the value of this button? A lot of people are already answering in the chat box. Input is the tag name. It's not attribute name. Class is an attribute name. Title is an attribute name. Type, value. There are 4 attributes here. Which attribute is holding the value of this search button label? Label that is there on this button, which is exactly matching. Most of the people answered it as value, right? Yes, it has capital S, which corresponds to the value of the label. This one, right? This one is matching or not? This one is matching or not? The search label text, the button label, right? Search, it is matching here. The input tag, it is a tag, it's not an attribute. Class is an attribute, title is an attribute, type is an attribute, value is an attribute. In that, which attribute has this buttons label, that is search? This value attribute of this this HTML element, HTML code of this particular button has this search, which is matching with the label on this button. Okay. If I want to retrieve this, can I use getText command in this case? Can I use getText command in this case? No. I should be using which command then? There's another separate command for that to retrieve the value of any attribute. That is get attribute command. Okay. Everyone type in the chat box the command name. Get attribute is a command we have to use to retrieve the value that is okay, value of any particular attribute of an element. Fine. Get attribute. I'll just get attribute. I'll demonstrate now to retrieve that attribute. Okay. Just type the main and control space. It will come. And here I'll write down Chrome driver. Driver is equal to new Chrome driver. Driver dot manage dot window dot maximize and driver dot get After opening the application URL, I would like to get the label text of this particular button. Okay, that is search label text I want to get. I have inspected this search label, and I have to locate this button, right? In order to retrieve the label text of this button, I have to first locate the button. For that, have to find out a locator. What locator I can use? Can I use ID locator for locating the search button? Can I use ID? No. Can I use name? No. Can I use class locator? Can I use class locator? Is it possible? Right. It looks a single class only, right? It looks like a single class. Is that possible or not? It is not possible, guys. Why? Because if you see the parent tag, TD, it also has the same class. It is a duplicate or not? It's not unique. Class is not unique in this case. Can you observe, guys? If you try to locate this button with the help of this class, it will locate the TD tag. It will not locate this one. Right? There is a problem. Class can be duplicated easily. So you have to clearly find out like which, if you are going with a class name, you have to see whether that is unique or not. Most of the cases, class may be unique, but in some cases, this kind of situations will come where the parent tag also has the same class and child has class, or other sibling elements also have the same class attribute. So you cannot use it. I have to rule out the ID. I have to rule out the name. I have to rule out the class because this is already there for another element. The same class attribute value is there for another element. I cannot use this as a class locator. Then can I use this as a link? Link text? No, it's not a hyperlink. I cannot use. I have to go with XPath or CSS. I'll generally prefer XPath. So let me create an XPath expression. So I don't have to break my head for that. I'll just go to selector sub and see if it is generating something good, and I'll go with that. You see? I don't want to go with this. Okay, I want to create my own. Let's say I want to create my own. So I'll do one thing. I don't want to use this value attribute and all those stuff. Okay, without value, I want to do that. So what I'll use is Control F. Select this line and say Control F. Once you say Control F, by selecting this HTML code, you'll get this text box field in the bottom. Find by string select XPath where you can create XPath expression. I'll take this title value. Title is equal to search is there, na? Type is equal to submit is there. / input @ title is equal to search. Let's see whether it is locating. One of two elements it is locating. Not this one, another one. Title is equal to search. I want type is equal to submit @ type is equal to one more attribute. I'll write submit to make it unique. Here two elements were coming, so I just now you see once I added these two attributes here in the form of XPath. You see I'm good at XPath, guys. Okay, you have to learn it. Okay. / input @ title search @ type submit. Copy this. You see now it's unique. Okay, go here and say driver dot find element by dot XPath. Give the XPath expression. If you don't know how to write this kind of XPath expressions by your own, sometimes we don't have to depend on the tools like selector sub and all. We have to create our own XPath expressions. In that case, we have to learn XPath expressions. I already gave an assignment as part of the last but one session, I guess. Just go through that assignment and complete, guys. Okay. So this is button, right? Search button, whatever the button element, and say web element here. Web element and Control Shift O, done. Then I'll say button dot get attribute. Get attribute. From which attribute we have to retrieve the value here? I'll inspect this. This is the HTML code. Value attribute. You are right. Value attribute. Okay. Right click, inspect the search button. And from value attribute, we have to retrieve that value. Okay. Of this search label. Search label is, you see, search label. This is the search label, right? The search label, it's matching. You see, the label text on this button is matching with the value of this value attribute of this HTML code of this element. So I'll have to take the attribute name for which this is a value. The label is a value. That is a value attribute. This also you may consider, you may get confused because this is in lowercase. You see, S is not matching here. S is in uppercase here, S is in lowercase. So the search is matching here. So I have to take this exact match. And I'll just go here and say, in double quotes, I'll give the attribute name from which I want to retrieve the value. value of that value attribute I'm retrieving. It will return in the string format. String format will be written string button label, I'll say button label, right? Button label system.out.println. Fine. Yeah, button label. So on, I'll use driver.quit, guys, no matter what, whether I want to close a single window or okay, if really required that where I have to close a single window situation comes, then I'll use driver.close. But most of the cases, whether it is required or not, I'm going to use driver.quit. Okay, going ahead. Okay.
Arun,
Yeah.
in XPath, in the same cases, can we use end and @type submit?
No, we cannot.
Title search and @type submit. Can we do like that?
No, we cannot do that. We cannot do
Okay.
that. That is for a different case. Okay. When
Okay.
you have two elements, like if you want to single XPath, you want to locate two elements, right? One XPath for one element, another XPath for another element, like that. And you want to combine that two XPath into one so that single XPath will locate two elements. Such case you are talking about. Okay.
Okay.
You cannot use AND here. Okay. Yeah, fine. That's okay. So driver.quit, you are going to use going ahead, guys, in place of driver.close, no matter whether it is required or not, we are going to use, because that works more better than close. And no matter what, how many windows are there, it has to close. It is one window, two window, three window, we have to close. But there may be some situations where you have to close specially only one window. In that case, I'll use driver.close. Okay. Specially, okay. So driver. You see the label text on the button has been retrieved. Okay. Label text on the button has been retrieved. Now, similarly, if I go to another element, let's say, let's find out some other element. I'll see whether this has something like this. Inspect this submit button. Let's see what is there. Yeah. For this, for retrieving the label text of this particular button, what command I have to use? Tell me. By looking at the HTML code, you have to tell me. I have to use get text command or get attribute command in this case. Yes, get text, because the label text of the button is between the starting and ending tags. Okay. I'll try to locate some other. Inspect this. For this also same thing. Text is between the anchor tags. So get text command. For example, I'll inspect this one. Login button. I'll try to inspect different buttons. For this one, you have to use get text command or what command? For this one, get attribute command. And where is the label text? The value attributes. You have to give the value attributes. Okay, fine. It's not only for retrieving the text, guys. Get attribute command is not just there. Get attribute command is not there just for getting the label text of something. Okay, you can use it for different purpose also. For example, I want to use it for a different purpose where I'll inspect this drop-down field. And I want to get the value of this name attribute. What is the value of this name attribute? What is the value of the name attribute that you can see in the HTML code? Just type in the chat box, what is the value? We have sitemap. This text I want to retrieve. Okay, I don't want to retrieve some label or something, label text or something, but I want to retrieve one of the attributes value. So let's say in this case, name attributes value I want to retrieve for this particular drop-down field. So drop-down field has an element, ID is the locator is there. Therefore ID I'll write down. Driver dot find element by dot ID. I'll provide the ID locator of that drop-down field, put a semicolon, and this is the drop-down. Okay, drop-down field element. I'll say web element here. And after that, I'll simply say drop-down field dot get attribute and which attribute name I have to give inside this double quotes. If I want to get the sitemap value, sitemap, if I want to retrieve, which attribute name I have to give? Name attribute I have to give. Okay. So any attribute of an element, if you want to retrieve any attributes value of a particular element, if you want to retrieve, you have to use get attribute. So that is the actual case. Okay. You don't have to every time retrieve the text that is there on the buttons, etc., etc. Sometimes you may have to retrieve the attribute values also of different attributes. In that case, you will provide the attribute name and it will retrieve the attribute value that is assigned to attribute of that element in the string format. Okay. String name, value, something like that I'll give. And I just print it out, system.out.println, name, value. Okay, the same thing, whatever we got here, and run the code. It will retrieve that. Okay, it's not just for retrieving the labeled text and all. It can be used for multiple purposes. Okay. I think I have got a lot of questions in the chat. I'll answer that. Just wait, guys. Okay. So after this running, I will do that. You see, search sitemap. We got it. Okay. So what is the questions? We got some questions. We got. Okay. One minute. So Ramin is asking me, so with quit method, we can close multiple windows in same browser, not different page or different browser, right? If you ask me about different browser, no. Okay, Ramin, your question is, will quit command will close, multiple windows in same browser? The answer is yes. Okay, within the same browser, yes. Other browser, it will not do anything. Okay? It will not open also, right? So you see, at a time, multiple browsers cannot be worked with. Only one browser we can. Okay. Whatever the browser Selenium script is running, right? That browser windows only will get closed. Okay. And different page means doesn't matter whether it is a different page or same page or different application, same application, doesn't matter. Whatever the Selenium script has opened, if the Selenium script has opened that browsers, it may be of same application, different application, doesn't matter. If Selenium has opened that while running, then it will definitely close it. Okay, no matter what. But different browser, no possibility. Clear, Ramin?
Okay, yeah, thank you.
Yeah, any other question you have, Ramin?
No, thank you, I'm fine. I just was that was my question. So at the same time, if we open different pages, so it's not working with the quit method to close all the pages. It's just about the window, not the pages.
Different pages in the sense you are opening locally by yourself or by the script. You see, you are interfering, you are doing it manually or you are the script is
Manually,
opening
I
that
mean
page.
manually. We do have
Don't do manual. Don't do manually. Don't do manual. Manual thing is separate. You see, while the scripts are running, you will not do anything on the application. Okay, you will not do anything. Okay, you leave it to the script. Whatever the script opens, right, that it will close. But if you open something in your local browser, that local browser is different, right? So this local browser things you can do anything. Selenium will not interfere your local browser that you do manually. Okay, it will not interfere there. Okay.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
So only the Selenium controlled browser, wherever the scripts are running, right, that only will get closed. Incognito mode, we generally don't work on incognito mode, but if so, maybe if Selenium opens that, it will definitely close it. Okay. And then any other questions we have? Any confusions, any doubts so far, guys? Guys, any other doubts or confusions? If it is clear, type C in the chat box. If you have any doubts, you can ask me.
హెచ్టిఎంఎల్ కోడ్‌లో మనకి టెక్స్ట్ ఉంటేనే గెట్ టెక్స్ట్ మెథడ్ యూజ్ చేయాలి. ఏమీ లేకపోతే అన్ని అట్రిబ్యూట్ వాల్యూస్ ఉంటే గెట్ అట్రిబ్యూట్ యూజ్ చేయాలి. అంతేనా సార్? క్లారిటీ?
Yes, right.
ఓకే.
You see,
Thank you,
for example, if you take this one, option tag, okay, if there is some text between the tags, if you want to retrieve this particular text, let's say, okay, then you use get text command, okay. But if your requirement is different, where you want to retrieve the value of this value attribute, okay, what is the value def value you want to retrieve? In that case, can you use get text command in this? Get attribute
No.
command you have to use and pass value. It will retrieve this value, okay. It depends on your requirement, what you want to do, okay. So if are you going to retrieve the text between the HTML tags, get text command. If you want to retrieve some value of a particular attribute, for example, if you want to retrieve the value of this ID attribute, okay, get attribute command and you will pass in double quotes ID. It will retrieve the value of that ID attribute, okay, whatever it is. Here, if you want to retrieve the value of this class attribute, okay, So driver dot find element by dot id something, and then dot get attribute, and you will pass the class attribute name, and you'll get the combo box as the value. Okay, like that. But for this one, get text is not possible because in between select tags we don't have any text.
There is no text. Yeah.
Okay. So maybe there is no text means whatever that is there between the, but there is some HTML code. In this case, there is some HTML code. Maybe it will retrieve the HTML code between the starting and ending tags. Okay, that may happen. Okay, whatever that is there between the starting and ending tags, it will retrieve. In this case, all the options HTML code will be retrieved.
Okay.
It may not be text. It may not be text. If you try this with this one, you try this one as an assignment. You just see this. Try to locate the select tag and use get text command, even though there is no text, but there is a lot of HTML code in between the tags. You see, select tag is starting here, ending here. In between that, lot of HTML code is there. This HTML code will be treated as text and it will be retrieved for you. Okay, try that out.
Okay.
Here, whatever the thing which you have shown, the option is available. How to retrieve the attribute value for the options?
Attribute value. Which attribute?
That means I want to get the value ABC for
ABC
the
value
option.
you have to get. So what is attribute
right.
name here? Attribute name for
Value.
this value. You
But
have to
that
use
is an
attribute.
option available for the select field, right?
No, this is another tag. This is another tag. You can go with any separately. If you are locating the select tag, then you can retrieve the attribute values of any of this select tag. Okay. If you are saying option, okay, option tag is this HTML tag, and these are the attribute. Attributes. Okay, these are the attributes. ID, value, like that are attributes. If you want to get one of this value, you have to locate this option tag, option element. You see, this is a drop down field. If you want to locate the entire drop down field, this select tag you will locate. But in this drop down field, there are different options: older, newsletter, doc 1, doc 2, doc 3. If you want to locate any of these options separately, then you will locate this particular options, right? In that option, you want to retrieve this value of that particular attributes. Okay, you want to locate that option, first option, okay, and older newsletter option, and you will retrieve that text using the attribute name.
Okay.
Get attribute in double quotes value will give. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, PN is asking me in real time, where do we use this get text and get attribute commands? A lot of situations will come in real time where sometimes you want to verify whether the proper text is there on the web page. Okay. PN, in real time, the test case may be something like this. You may have to test a particular test case where you have to verify practice automation here text is displayed or not on the page. Then how do you'll use get text command to retrieve that and then verify in the script. Okay. And sometimes you have to verify whether the label of this particular button is coming correctly or not as per the test case. Then you will retrieve the label text of this button and then retrieve and then verify the script. Sometimes you have to verify whether proper attribute values are coming or not. Okay, some situations will come in real time. The attributes have the proper name and all those stuff. Okay, proper values and all. Okay, then also you will retrieve and verify. Is it clear, PM? Where do you use in real time? Yeah, great. So join the live project sessions on weekends, guys. Okay, which I am doing it as an additional thing for you. So if you guys are comfortable with the times and all, just attend that. So you'll know a lot of things in real time. What happens in real time? That's the main intention. Okay. If you don't attend, also I'll share the recordings. Okay. I'll share the recordings. Okay. If you don't attend, also don't worry. If you attend, that will be good because yeah, we may spend 2 to 3 hours of time on every weekend, okay? Starting from 7 a.m. 7 a.m. to same way we'll go, okay? Same way, like 1.5 hour or something I'll take. And if required, I'll wind it up. There's no rules, regulations like that. If I have time, I'll take it. Otherwise, I'll just, I'll take a break and come back again and, do another session or something. Or I'll take only 1.5 hour. That's also fine, okay? Because
both Saturday and Sunday, or
yeah, both
Saturday and Sunday.
Yes, both on Saturday. Otherwise, it will be very slow project. Okay. We have to cover up, okay? So there is no other way, because that is an
But
ongoing.
this class we don't have on Saturday morning, right?
No. This will not be there. This class will not be there. This are only weekends. Trainings will be only on weekends. That is an additional thing. If you are interested, you come. Okay.
Okay.
That's not compulsory. If you come, right, your confidence will increase. And if you don't come, also the recordings will be there. Maybe you can go through the recordings and uh, we'll create a different group for that Telegram group. Okay. So where you ask Javed, every one of you ask Javed, every one of this batch ask Javed. Okay. Because I am giving it for free for you guys. Okay. Maybe and for upcoming batches and all, I'll make it chargeable. Okay. For this batch, I'm making it free. Okay. The live project thing. So the recordings of that live series will be done, will be shared in that separate Telegram group. Okay. Only the people who join this batch, this current batch, will be eligible for that. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Fine. Great. Yeah. Thank you, Avi, and Rajkumar. And also, I want your participation, guys. It's not just you are attending that. I want you guys to. I'll give you some tasks. Okay. There you have to go back and do some R&D and come back with the script or solutions. Okay. We'll be get struck. We are going to automate the entire application, right? So we may get struck. As a group also, we may get struck. Okay. We'll stop the session there and we'll take up that as a challenge. And next session, we have to be ready with that script. Okay. So that will give you a real feel of, that will give a real feel of like how you work in real time, where you are actually getting struck, what is your pain point, everything you'll understand by doing that. Okay. So it looks like, let's say I'm your project lead and you are working under me and I am assigning some tasks to you, and also I'll also be working with you. Okay. So that kind of stuff. Now there is no end to this. It's an ongoing side hustle, right? Side hustle doesn't have any end. Okay. It can continue like anything. Okay. It can continue like anything. Okay. We'll take it like anything else. We'll not stop anywhere. Okay. We'll try to look for different challenges going ahead and, try to resolve. We'll learn a lot of things. Okay. So initially we'll start with page object model with TestNG framework, and but I'll not directly start with a framework. The framework is going to get evolved over a period of time. Okay. Okay. Framework is going to get evolved over a period of time. It's not a single day thing. Okay. Slowly we'll start with the scripts. Later, whenever we feel, we'll convert that into a framework. Okay. Slowly. And at the end, I'll go for Cucumber BDD. That's the ultimate point. Okay. We'll see that happening.
Sir,
Yes.
I have a doubt. The page object model framework as well as testing framework, both are different, right?
Page object model line.
TestNG, both are different, right?
They're not frameworks actually. TestNG is a developer unit testing framework. It's not an automation framework. It is a unit testing framework used by developers. Okay, generally for unit testing purpose. And we as an automation engineers also need that unit testing framework for writing our automation scripts. So we are just using it. So it's not a framework, but it is a unit testing framework, TestNG. And coming to the page object model, it is also not a framework. It is a design pattern. Okay, it is also not a framework. It is a design pattern. So all these things clubbed together, we'll create some frameworks. Okay, we'll use in our framework to create a better framework. Is that clear?
Okay.
It's not a framework
Yes,
at all.
sir.
Whatever you are talking, those are not frameworks. Okay, that you will get to know in the upcoming sessions in clear. Okay, those are not frameworks. Framework is something where you created some structure for your project in an organized way and all to get some benefits out of it. Okay, like that. Okay, you'll understand that later. Now is not the right time to discuss more about that. Okay, fine.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, Rishi, you have any question?
Sir, is this the second day of class? Because I just joined today. Javed told me this is the second day.
Okay. Yesterday you joined, right? The group, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I think I'll tell you what is the number.
Yes, sir, on 82nd only. As you have repeated previous
Yeah,
days
yesterday I
when
repeated a
there
bit
is less.
just to make it slow down. Okay. So you can take it as 4, but it's second only, literally. The 1 and 2, right, the kind of repeating only mostly. Okay. So I have given the number here. If have you joined this batch, batch 1?
Yes, I have joined.
If you have joined that batch 1, then see here. I'll give the number here. Okay, day 3 like that I'm giving now. Before that, I did give day 2 like that, but just previous 2 sessions are day 1, day 2. Okay, just go with that. Going ahead, I'm giving day 4, day 5 like that for now Selenium sessions. Okay, you can.
Okay.
Okay.
So there were a lot of things on the Telegram group, so I was a little bit confused.
Don't worry about that. At the end, we can talk. Okay, at the end, we'll talk. Okay, be there in the meeting. I'll guide you at the end. Okay.
Yes.
What to do and all, I'll guide you at the end. Fine, great. Fine. Anyhow, so let's go with the next commands. We have like 15 more minutes of time. I'll just try to cover at least these commands. Okay. So is displayed, is enabled, is selected commands. Okay. These 3 commands I'm going to cover.
Arun, you will share the drop down code in the chat, right? The drop down, the code.
Which one?
This one.
Everything will come. Don't worry. I'll just share you in the Telegram group, right? I'm every day sharing that. Yesterday commands also I shared. All this is shared yesterday. If you can see in the Telegram group, here you see if you go to this link, yesterday as part of Selenium commands package, all these codes are here. You see, clear command demo, click command demo, find element, get demo, everything, get command demo, everything I provided here. Just go inside the respective class, you'll get the code. Today also I'll do the same thing. I'll upload this code into the GitHub repo and give you that package link, Selenium command. What is the package I created? Selenium commands 2. Okay, that link I'll give. Then once you go to the Selenium commands 2, you'll get all the code that I created here. Okay.
Oh, thanks.
Clear now? Fine. I don't have to share every time, right? This will be easy, I feel. Fine. Okay, guys. Let's complete this one. Is displayed, is enabled, is selected. Okay. We'll try to see how much we can do. Okay. After till 8:15. Okay. Is displayed command. Is displayed command is required in Selenium automation to check whether a particular element is available on the web page or not. Okay. For example, I'll just go here and see. Let's say there is a button. Click to get alert button is there, right? Can you see this button, guys? Is it available on the page? Can you see this button on the page? Yes or no? Type in the chat box. Yes, right? Everyone can see this. Okay, when I load this page, if I ask you whether this particular click to get alert button is available, yes, you will say that it is visible on the page. So if I use is displayed command to find out whether it is really available on the page or not, is displayed command is going to return true for this button. Inspect this button and you see, if I inspect this HTML code and all, if there is an ID for locating that particular button. With the help of ID, I'll locate this button and find out whether that button is available on the page or not. Okay. So I'll write the code here. Chrome driver is equal to new Chrome driver. Then driver dot manage dot window dot maximize. Then driver dot get. Sorry, not that one. Get command. I have to use this omaya.blogspot.com URL. Then after that, I have to use driver dot find element by dot ID. And here I provide the ID attribute value and the semicolon. This is button element. Control Shift O. Button dot. What command? Is displayed command. What will happen, guys, in this case? Is displayed when I hover the mouse, it is returning what? It is returning what, guys? It is returning a which value? Boolean value. Will it return true or false? Will it return true or false in this case? In this example, for this click to get alert button, will it return true or false? Because this button is visible on the page, displayed on the page, on loading the application, it will return true, right? It has to return true. Boolean visible status. Okay. Either you can print out this or you can write down like something logic like this. If visible status, I'll write down if visible status. If this visible status is true means the condition will be passed and will go inside this if block. And here I'll say system.out.println visible on page. I'll print visible on page. Okay, some logic I'm creating. That's okay. Else, if this visible status is displayed command has written false and a false, if false comes means it will go into the else block and it will print out not visible on page. Okay. After that, I'll quit the browser. Driver.quit. Run the script. So what should be printed? Visible on page should be printed because visible status is displayed will return true. If true will become go into the if block and visible on page should be printed.
Don't
Visible
we
on
need to
page.
write that visible status equal to true, then only this?
No need to write that. No need to write that. Okay. I can print out the visible status. It will be returned as true. Boolean value true will be printed. And if true means what happens? If true, if A greater than B, that is resulting in, for example, A is 5, B is 4. 5 is greater than 4. That is returning a Boolean value, right? This need to hold a Boolean value. That's it. Okay. You can even, you cannot write directly true or something. That's not correct because it will say that else block, it will not go. But based on a condition only, right? This condition, visible status is the result of button dot is displayed. As you can write button dot is displayed also like this logic. Button dot is displayed is returning what? True. The condition is true. So I'll go inside that. Instead of writing like this, we can also write like this. We can store that result of this condition in a Boolean variable and pass the Boolean variable here. If it is true, we'll go into the if block. If this visible status is false, it will go into the else block. Is it clear? Is it clear for you?
Yes,
Or
sir.
yeah. So fine. You can also print the visible status here. Okay. This will whatever the value that is written by is displayed command that will be printed in the output. Okay. It's not required, but I'm just printing for your case to give you an answer like is displayed is returning true here in this case. Okay. For logic, it is not required, but for explanation, it is required kind of. Okay. You see true got printed. Okay. That means is displayed is returning true because of which if true will go into the if block. Okay. We don't have to write dot equals true and all those stuff. That's not required. Okay. But anyhow, it is true. Boolean value is required as a condition. Okay. Condition result is always a Boolean value. So directly you can pass a Boolean value, but manually you cannot pass true or false here because Java is very clever. It will find out like else block will not be reached, if block will not be reached. Okay. Like that. Okay. So should not write it manually. But the result of something can be evaluated here. Okay. And decided based on the logic that Java allows. Fine. This is what is displayed. And if I repeat the is displayed with a different element, okay. If I repeat this is displayed with a different element, I'll repeat this is displayed with a different element. So which is not visible on the page. The element is there on the page, but is not visible on the page. That's kind of, you see there is hidden button label. Under that, do you see a button? Hidden button, do you see? Under this label, do you see a button? No, there is no button here, right? There is no button below this label, right? So, but there is a button, guys. In the HTML code, the button is there, but on the page, it is not visible. Okay. For this button, this is visible, and the HTML code, we have a HTML code for this button available also. We have the HTML code available for this button also. At the same time, here, if you see hidden button, under the label, you have a button, but it's not visible. I intentionally hidden it. Instead, I'll inspect this label. And this is a label of this button. If I go down somewhere here, there's a button here. What is that? One of the attribute of this particular HTML code of that particular hidden button. What is the attribute name of that button? There is an attribute here. Hidden. If I remove that attribute and just select like this, a temporary change if I do, can you see a button now? Can you see a button on the page? Once I remove the hidden attribute, again if I add it back, it is a temporary changes. Whatever I'm doing on this are temporary changes. These are not development changes. Okay. You see button is gone again. So if I refresh again, the default thing that is hidden label will be there. Hidden attribute will by default will be there because that is actually developed by developers, given by developers. Okay, not me. But I can cross check because this is causing my button to get hidden or not. Okay, I showed you. Now, anyhow, if you refresh the page, the actual code will be there. And on the page, do you see the button? But the HTML code for the button is there, but the button is not visible on the page. So I can locate this button with the help of the idea of this hidden button. I can locate. But if I use this with the isDisplayed command, what will happen? Will it return true or false this time with the hidden button? It should return false because the button is there on the page, but it's not visible on the page. By that ID, I'll give the ID locator of that particular hidden button. Okay, so I'll say button 2. I'll just say web element, and I'll say button 2 dot isDisplayed command. Same command I'm going to use, and here boolean value, boolean visible status 2. Okay, and here I'll print it out, system.out.println, this visible status I can print it out. And also I can write a logic like this. It is an extra logic. If this visible status 2, so it will return false, right? isDisplayed will return false in this case because the button hidden, that is a hidden button. Though there is some HTML code in the HTML code of the page, but okay, button visible on page. Button 2 is visible on page. Else I'll write down button 2 is not visible on page. Okay, now save this, run this code. So false will come and button 2 is not visible on the page will be printed. Button is there, but it's there in the HTML only. It's not visible on the page. That's another case. You see, first one true, visible on the page. Button 1 is visible on the page. Second one is false. Button 2 is not visible on the page. Okay. So clear, guys? Clear with isDisplayed command, everyone? I think this is the last command for today. Clear. The last command for today, guys, isDisplayed command. We have is enabled, is selected. I'll cover tomorrow. Okay. But I'll explain theoretically now. What is this is enabled, is selected? Maybe you can try meanwhile. Tomorrow I'll cover anyhow, but you try it today. Is enabled, we'll check whether a particular button is in enabled state or not. Similar to isDisplayed command, this is enabled, is selected will return either true or false. But where you can use this is enabled, is selected, I'll tell you. Just see theoretically, guys. For example, there are two buttons, button 2, button 1. This is in enabled state, this is in disabled state. Can you see that, guys, clearly? Button 2 is in enabled state, button 1 is in disabled state. So for this button 2, is enabled will return true, button 1 is enabled will return false. Okay. You have to locate these buttons and using is enabled command, you have to find out whether this button is in enabled or disabled state. For example, this text box field is in disabled state. This text box field is in enabled state. Okay. If you use is enabled with this one, it will return true. If you use is enabled with this, but this text box, it will return false. And coming to the other one, is selected. Is selected. For example, here you can use with checkbox fields or radio buttons. Is selected for this checkbox field, it will return true. For this checkbox field, blue checkbox field, it will return false. And here, is selected will return false here because bike radio button is not selected. Bicycle selected, so it will return true. Is selected command will return true. For this one, is selected will return false. For this pen checkbox, is selected will return false. For this book checkbox, it will return true because it is in selected state. Laptop false, bag false. Okay, hope you got the idea, right? How to use is enabled, is selected. You try it out today. Okay. So since I demonstrated isDisplayed, along with practicing isDisplayed, you try is enabled, is selected as an assignment. Tomorrow I'll try to cover if required. Okay. So if it is clear, all the concepts so far are clear for you, just type C in the chat box. And if you have any questions, you can ask me right now. This is a questions time. We are done with today's session, but I'll ask any questions you have, you can ask me out. Clear, great. So whatever the comments I covered, I'll give you that as an assignment. Along with that extra 2 comments, I'll ask you to practice is enabled, is selected. Okay, to try that out. Tomorrow we'll go with the next set of comments from here to here. Okay, we are going very slow. That's okay. If you understand, that's good. Okay, that's the main intention. Okay, remaining comments, important comments I'm going to cover, guys. I'm not going to cover unimportant comments. Some extra comments are there that I may not cover. Okay. If required, only maybe I'll give you as an assignment and you have to watch the video and cover them. Okay. Some commands I'll not cover in this list. So important commands I'll cover. Okay. So few other commands I'll ask you guys to practice by yourself. And if you have any doubts, you can ask me and in the next sessions. Fine, anyhow. So any doubts, any questions from today's session? Yeah, it's very simple to add the, yes, we have video tutorials on GitHub. You can go to this, my YouTube channel. Okay. We have video tutorials everywhere. Okay. Just type.
Yes, sir. And this is like if 2-3 people in a team and they report to manager, can you, at the end of the Selenium, if you could just git in each one example, if you just show us how
I'm
to.
not sure now. That I'll cover definitely as part of the training that is there, but it's not the right time. Okay, I'll not show that. Okay. So that thing I'll cover for sure. Okay. So for sure I'll cover at the end. Okay. Not now. But if you are in a hurry, you can, just go with my videos. I'll give you the videos. Okay. Just go with this one, this video. It will be clear for you how to use Git, GitHub and Sauce Labs. Okay.
Sure. Even at the end, if you can show. Before that, we will finish these videos.
Yeah, you just finish up this video. Okay. So whatever the videos I have on my website on GitHub, right? You just go through them. Okay. A lot of videos are there. Jenkins, GitHub, live project series. You can go if you want. Okay. You'll get an idea here. Okay. You are asking about live project in real time, how the multiple people will do the
Yes,
stuff,
yes.
right?
Some of my friends said in the same part unit, you both the team members are working and they have the code clash.
That's
How to fix
that's
that?
answered here. That's answered here. If you want that kind of thing, you go with the Jenkins GitHub in live project thing. Okay. This live project series is there. This is part 1, part 2, part 3, like that are there. You go with that parts. Okay. If you want to have, I'll give you that link in the chat now. Okay. There's a part 1. You can find out the part 2 and go similar way. Okay. Fine. Clear. Just go with this. You will understand. That's not a big deal. Okay. Just watch it at a high level. Don't try to understand everything. Try to watch it at a high level and try to understand. Okay. So what happens in real time, you'll get an idea for now. But when the time comes, I'm going to explain for you. Okay. Is that fine?
Sure.
Okay. In the chat box, I have pasted the link. If you want, you can take it. Any other questions, guys? For from today's session or whatever the questions you have, you can ask me out. This is the right time. The new one, you just be there. We'll talk at the end. Okay. The one who has joined. Okay. Just be there. Okay. So after clearing the doubts, I'll come to you. Okay, I'll close this. And meanwhile, you can ask me the doubts, guys. I'm going to push this code into the GitHub anyhow. As usual, I do. If you have any questions, you can ask me. Meanwhile.
Hard, Arun, like a pushing every day, you just go there and.
Yeah, we have to go there. Yeah, that's the only way, right? So, or else we can do one thing where we can make our local repo the same project, whatever we have, right? Directly with the Eclipse ID, we can connect also. That I'll show you later. Okay, I'm doing this because I want it to be separate for now. Okay, but we can make our original project as a direct connection with the GitHub. That we also we can do that. We do in real time basically. Okay, that I'll show during our sessions. Okay. Because I'm maintaining a separate copy. Okay, whatever I just maintaining a separate copy just for the backup. Okay, so it's better.
So there are 2 ways to update in the GitHub everyday work.
Yeah. From here also we can do by making this itself the local repo. I can do that.
Okay.
So once I make something as a local repo and which connected with the GitHub repo, right? I'll import that in the Eclipse ID automatically. That only I'll work right every day, and automatically from there I can go to the project and run the commands and it will be done. Or from Eclipse ID also I can run the commands, whatever it is.
Okay. At the end, just show us one day at the end
Yeah,
of
sure,
the
sure.
project.
I'll definitely show you that. Okay, don't worry about that. It will be there for you. Okay. Meanwhile, you can go through that link. Okay, it will give you some idea. Any questions you can keep asking me, guys, while I'm uploading this code. You guys can ask me any questions you have. Git commands, you mean to say? Either from the Git software or from the normal command line tool also you can use. Okay. Normal command line tools also you can use. UI also you can use in Eclipse IDE. You will get a kind of interface from where you can also use. Okay. You can search it online. You will get it. A lot of solutions are there. How to use Eclipse IDE for running the Git commands. If you type, you'll get a lot. Okay. Every editor has its own commands. Okay. Its own interface. From editor also we can use. Okay. So I'll show that anyhow at the end. Okay. Not now, but I'll do that at the end. So anyhow, I pushed it. Let me go to the GitHub repo where I pushed it. You see, this is a list for today. Today comments are under Selenium commands 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, copy this. Okay, so yeah, welcome Mahesh. So first I'll share the notes every day. The one who has joined today, right? Just see every day in this group, I'm going to share the notes like this. Today's notes kind of notes I'm sharing. Every day, whatever the notes I use, I just post them. That's the first step I'll do. After that, I post the code, like today's code. Okay. Generally, I post today's code. What is the today's code? I post the code is available here in the GitHub. Okay. This repo, this link where you see close demo, quit demo, is display demo, get title command demo, get text demo, get current URL, get attribute demo. Okay. I'll provide that. Then I'll give the assignments every day. So yesterday assignment was this, today's assignment. Okay. Assignment for today. So similar to yesterday, it will be there. Mostly commands, right? Write Selenium automation tips for using commands. What are the different commands I covered today? All the commands you have to practice. That is starting from get text, I guess. Get text, get title, get current URL, then close, quit, get attribute. Is done. Yeah, get attribute is displayed. Get attribute and is displayed. Commands assignment to try is enabled and is selected commands to. Okay. Then yeah, I think that's good for now. Those are the assignments, and I'll upload the recording in some time. It will take 1 or 2 or 3 hours for me to upload the recording. Just keep checking this Telegram group for that. I think we are good. Any other questions, guys? Any other questions you have? Yamini, AB, Balu. Sandhya, Tanmay, Vijay, Shivkumar. Anyone have any questions? If you don't have any questions, you can leave, guys. Okay, or you can ask me out. Yeah.
So are we going through the same list which you have given to us? Like for example, you have a list from where to start and where to end the complete sessions, or like the program. Okay, for the first two sessions I was not there, so this was my first session.
Okay. This we have started properly, but first day 1, day 2 also you go through that. Okay, so just come here. It's just a repetition is there, but it's okay if you watch, right? There is some knowledge that you will get definitely. I'm not saying you'll not get anything. So this is day 3, and today I'll upload the day 4 session. Okay, and before 2 sessions you also watch 2x speed. You can
Okay.
watch. That's okay. Okay. Day 28 you can watch, and
So we'll be covering both Selenium along with Java, correct?
yes. Java is already covered, but at a basic level we covered it, and it will be repeated again. Okay. So once
Okay.
we go to the next stage, again will come. But let's say if you have time and if you want to refer, right, then what you can do is you can start from day 11. I'll ping you in the
Okay.
chat. Day 11 onwards, Java started. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And day 27 something is there here. Just give me a second. Day 26, I think it's Java only. Yeah, here you see WebDriver automation script. Some introduction was there. Okay, it was very slow and kind of you can easily understand. Okay, day 27 onwards, Selenium started. Okay, I'm pinging in the chat box. You can see. Okay.
Okay. So this was the batch already present from many days, or this was the
It's
completely
there,
new?
but it's there, but doesn't matter much. Okay, so I'm covering in a different way. I didn't cover manual testing for them. I covered only some basics of Java for them. Okay, so like that. Okay, so at what level you are, like in Java? I want to know.
Maybe a basic, a beginner.
Beginner. That's enough. That's enough to to understand whatever I am teaching now, right? The Selenium, that will be enough. And Java will be repeated again in next module. Actually, this is not course by course. This we divided this course into 3 modules. One is manual testing module, another one is Java module, and Selenium module. Currently, we run Selenium module. So instead of waiting for Java module, you can go with the Selenium module for now. And if any doubts, you can ask me also. And Java module again, I'll repeat it for you. Okay.
Sure.
That's the plan. Okay, the current batch, next batch, everything can be you can be you can be there in that batches, no problem. Okay.
Sure.
And if you are feeling any uncomfortable with whatever I'm explaining today, whatever I covered Java part, you are facing any problem anywhere in the Java part?
No, I actually was going through your videos in the YouTube, so I was like, okay, I
Then
know
no
this.
problem. No, not problem at all. Okay. So, but still, if you have time, right, apart from today's session assignments and all, go through the Telegram group and start from day 11 and just repeat at 2x speed. Okay. That will be good for you. Okay. And day 27 also. Okay.
Sure.
Day 27 onwards, Selenium started. First start with day 27. Okay. So the first 4 videos, because whatever I am doing also very basic stuff, right, in Selenium at this moment. So you can easily cover this. And if you have any doubts, you can, you can correct me on this time every day, and I'll teach you again if you are facing any problems. Okay, I'll be there for you. Okay.
Okay, Arun. Thank you.
No need to worry much. Okay, fine. And when you have time, again go back to day 11 and just repeat that. Okay, just go through that. Anyhow, I'm going to repeat that for you, but just go through that. Okay.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. So
So I'm
any other?
leaving the
Yeah.
call. Actually,
Yeah.
I have a work. Thank you.
Yeah, fine. No problem. You can leave. No problem. So anyone want to leave, we can leave if you don't have any questions. If you have any questions, only stay. Otherwise, I'll just talk to the new guys. Okay. Shiv Kumar, you have any doubts? AB, do you have any doubts? Okay, fine. So, Rishi, you joined today, you told me, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Tell me, like, I just want to know, like, at what level you are in Java.
Java I am familiar with because I attended your YouTube. I watched your YouTube videos.
Okay, okay. Yeah, fine. Are you facing any difficulty in today's session?
No, actually, I was a little bit confused because all these people seem expert and all they are answering. So I thought, how is it possible that it is the second day only? So
I didn't get,
Javed told
no,
me
no.
this is the only one session is over. So
Yeah.
I thought,
You see, first session, second session almost are repeated of yesterday and today's session. Okay. It's a repetition only. I'm repeating actually every day. I'm repeating because you guys have joined, right? So I'm repeating. Okay. So maybe do one thing. You just go through the previous sessions. That is day. That is I told you just now, right? Day 27 in the
yes,
chat
yes,
box. I think. From there you go. It will be very easy. These are very basics only, right? So
yes.
anyway, your comment.
Java core Java I am familiar with.
Then no problem.
Not
It's
that much
just
about
commands, right? I
connection
covered only
framework and all.
commands. Today, the way
Yes.
I comment some commands, right? Today I covered some commands, right? Similarly, I covered some other commands yesterday. Okay. Yesterday only it started. Basically, the Selenium is all about commands, basically, right? So I started yesterday with the get command. Okay, this is a starting point.
Yes,
So
yes.
I went till here yesterday, and today I started from here. That is the second day. Okay, but in the first
Okay,
and second day, right? I just gave some kind of induction or kind of stuff.
Yes, yes.
More basic level. Okay, just to transform the people from the Java to Selenium and some conceptual kind of topics I covered. So if you want to go through that, you can go through that also. Day 27, day 28, and Selenium day 3, Selenium day 4. Okay.
Okay, okay. So Selenium architecture and all is over?
No, I didn't cover that.
Okay.
Architecture I don't cover now. Okay. I'll cover later. Okay.
Okay.
So I think you don't have any problem, I feel, right? And at the same time, Rishi, if it is possible, try to attend the sessions on weekend that are starting. Okay. We are about to start live sessions. Okay. Live recording, live,
Project, is it about?
live project sessions, right? On weekends.
Yes.
Okay. We are providing that for free for the people who joined in this first batch. Okay. From
So
second
this
batch onwards.
batch runs from Monday to Sunday, all days, right?
Monday to Friday officially, but unofficially it's Saturday, Sunday for the live project. Okay, that's an extra task, right? So that's the reason. That is optional whether you want to attend or not. It's up to you.
Okay, this live project, so it is really good actually because what framework are you going to use?
I'm going to use all the famous frameworks that are there in the market. Okay, so and it's an ongoing thing, and it is going to be a perfect side hustle for our team. Okay. Like
so that
we
is
are going
also
to
at
research a
7 a.m.
lot. That is a research group, I can say. Okay, a kind of research
Okay.
group, you can say. It will not stop anywhere, so there is no limitation for that. Okay, so we together, the people from the batch 1 and tomorrow batch 2 people also will join us. Okay, so we'll be the mentors
Okay.
for batch 1. Okay, like that I'll try to create. Okay, a win-win situation will create where so where we'll keep going. Okay.
So has it started or it is going to start?
It's
This
going to
project?
start this weekend, Saturday. First session will be on Saturday for that.
Okay, 7 a.m. right at that time.
7 a.m. same time. Okay, the timings it may be 1 hour or one day, or sometimes it will be 2 hours on a particular day, 3 hours also with some
Okay, no problem.
some breaks also with breaks in between. Okay, so it's going to take, let's say, 2 sessions. Okay, I'll give a break. That's not a big deal. Okay, so it will we'll see how it goes. Okay, I'm not particular about timings and all there. Okay, we'll see for 1 or 2 weekends, and then we'll decide what we can fix it. Okay, that's a plan.
Okay.
And
So
I'm not keeping that in the evening hours because the evening hour weekends everyone will be busy now. So they want to
yes.
spend some time with the family members and all. So in the morning I thought like let's finish it up and then rest of the day we can enjoy. Okay.
Okay. So I want to tell something about myself that I'm working as a QA engineer right now.
Okay. Manual or automation?
Yeah, I'm working in manual and also applying for jobs. But these days market are actually there
Not
are
good.
not many jobs.
Yes.
So
Right.
I thought of working hard for Selenium and automation, and then go for a job.
Yes,
So
it's better to upskill in this kind of situations. Yeah, there is a possibility of the market, getting back. Okay, because things are happening. Okay, in the market level, where the US inflation, if it goes down and all, global things are getting better, but we don't know. Everything is not in our hands, right? Suddenly they will say not good. Suddenly they'll say good. Okay, so we don't know. But projections are like when I talk to some CEOs and all, right? They said like by April 2024, there is a possibility of some openings, and by the end of the second quarter, it will be more. They are saying for now. Okay, but I don't know. Okay, some people were saying more confidently. Some CEOs. Okay, they're expecting that. Okay, to happen. So maybe in this time, maybe we can prepare and get ready for that kind of opportunities
Yes,
and all.
yes. Also, I read on this our batch introduction that you are providing placement assistance like that. Anything?
Yeah, my team is doing that. I am. Okay. So
Okay.
Javid, you have connected to this meeting with the help of Javid, right?
Yes. At the end of this course, I can justify my Selenium experience, right?
Yeah, definitely. Easy. Very easy because I'm covering a lot. Okay. So definitely you will be very good. Okay. So even though you watched my YouTube videos, try to watch my Java sessions, earlier sessions. Okay. Even though you have the knowledge
Yes.
also, try to watch them. You'll get a lot of ideas. Okay. A lot of things. Okay.
Yes.
The way I taught is will
Also,
be completely different
interview
from
preparation
whatever
will be
I
done,
taught
right?
in the sessions. Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You're
Also,
saying.
interview preparation will be done.
Yes, definitely at the end. Okay. This is an ongoing sessions, and these are BN trainings we are providing. Okay. So definitely things will be more better. And from whatever you get from my YouTube or something, right? You're going to get a lot of things in these sessions. Okay. I want to make a
Yes, yes.
difference in these sessions for sure. Whatever the ideas that will come in the upcoming days also we'll try to implement. Okay.
Yes, sir. So one more question. This
Yeah.
notes. We are going to get any PDF notes or like this only?
This URLs you'll get. If you want it in PDF, right click, print, and then save it as PDF. That's it.
So this is whole syllabus PDF?
Not this is one of the session. Okay.
Okay.
Like whenever there is a note, right, I'll open that and then I'll teach from there. Okay. I'll give that, and every day, whatever the notes I use, right, that I'll paste in the Telegram group. Okay.
Okay. Now for studying, we are going to get any PDF, like full complete
No
syllabus?
PDF. These URLs are enough. Okay, you can save them as PDFs if you want. Okay.
Okay.
Only the thing is that
Yeah.
assignments will be there every day that you have to do. Okay. And
Yes,
we have
yes,
a
yes.
WhatsApp group where you guys can join. Okay. And if you are stuck anywhere, or there may be some other people who are good at this one, some people are not good at, so you guys can discuss and collaborate together and do the things. Okay. Also.
Okay. Yes.
So multiple levels of support are there here, and every day a connection, a chance to talk to me and get your doubts clear is
Yes,
also
yes.
there. Okay. So that's
Yes.
important.
Okay.
Yeah. And also my team will be there to support you on jobs, prospects and all those stuff. Okay. Javed, okay. They are
Yes,
good in
thank
that. They are already working on it. Okay. They'll help you out there. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Fine then. Anything else, Rishi?
No, thank you.
Yeah, fine then. See you then. Bye.
Okay. Bye.